Hello everybody, it's voiceover Blanks here. I forgot to record an intro, so hello, it's me. It's Golden Blanks here, and welcome back to part 2 of the X-Men puzzle. I don't know. I don't think I should call it that. Anyways, that's not important. Let's just start the video. Today we're gonna be hopefully doing and finishing the edge. So far we have that and one corner, and hopefully most of the edge is in this box. Because if not, it means that it's somewhere in here of what we did last time. If it's in there, then we're not gonna find out until I get to that character. So I hope that most of the edge is at least here. I don't know how big it's going to be. Oh wait, no, I do know. It's 75 by 37 centimeters. So it's a little bit smaller than this square. Well, actually, it's a rectangle. This rectangle. Hopefully this isn't too hard, because if it's too hard, then I'm gonna take 10 years finishing this puzzle. But anyways, let's skip this out and then let's get started. I'm gonna put this corner like over there and eventually we'll reach it. Okay, hello, it's me again. During this video you'll be seeing me a lot because I went silent during so many periods of times because I was so focused. I didn't want to leave you alone with just music, so I'm here to entertain you. So to kind of explain what I'm doing right now, what you're watching me do is something that usually puzzlers already do when they're first starting, but I usually skip it because... Oh, are you recording? Hold on. Oh yes, it's still recording. Okay. But I usually skip it because my goal at the end of the day is to be able to cram everything under my bed and the pieces move and get fucked up. So I don't focus on flipping them over or sorting them like I am right now. As you can see, I'm making sure all the pieces are flipped so I can start, to see where they go, and I'm putting them in little bunches around where I think they will end up going in the end. Oh yeah, warning, I am so sorry if the next bit is really disorienting. I got a little too exciting with the effects while editing, and I think it ended up a bit disorienting. I'm so sorry. Anyways, you're watching me do the blue bit on the side, which was it wasn't actually that hard. I think in the moment it felt hard, but now that I've done the actual inside of Beast section, it got harder, so it doesn't feel that hard anymore. Oh, that editing was great. Okay, this next bit was the actual hardest part of the edge. You can see me redo it for so long. It's because I fucked it up. In Cyclops' part and in Gambit's too, there are two pieces that are just straight up all black with no color. So at first it was hard to tell the difference where they went. So I put them in the wrong color and I fucked it up and I had to redo it so many times. But then we went into Jean, who was really easy. Really easy. Bam, done. Wolverine, in my mind, it was hard, but it wasn't actually hard. It was actually really easy. I don't know what I was struggling with. Oh, you can see me move over there. Doing all the pink in Julie section, pretty pink. Oh, this part, I was gonna say it wasn't that hard, but no, I'm wrong, because I literally had to redo it, as you can see there, because I did it wrong, because I am an idiot. There we go. Oh, while I'm doing Gambit side and Rogue section, I wanted to mention, if you can see what I was watching, I was rewatching LPS Popular while doing the edge. So if you're wondering what the fuck is going on the tablet, it's LPS Popular. And the next bit is actually even more disorienting than before, if you can believe it. I decided to bring you closer so you could see what I'm doing. But I have the worst freaking camera man ever, also known as me, so you can see him and turn to the edge, but in my great efforts I'm also destroying it. But there we go. Doing rows row section really up close so you can see me making all the mistakes. There we go. I took too long doing this. No, there we go. Trying to connect the edge, but I was off frame, as I always am. Great. Here's a really weird shot of the Phoenix edge already falling apart. Goodbye. Oh wait, a miss. Empty. Goodbye. Okay, hello, it's me, and it's the next day after I finished the edge, and today we're gonna be starting the actual puzzle. I decided we're gonna start with whatever little pieces of Beast we have, because it's going to be hard, and I don't want this to be hard, but also it's mostly because I don't know why, I just think it would be a lot nicer if I started from this side and ended on that side, and that's just delusion. Anyways, let's talk about Beast. I don't know very much about Beast outside of I don't know, shows. So I think I probably should have said this before, but I didn't, because I just didn't think about saying it, because I feel like it should have been obvious, but like nothing's ever too obvious, you know. So I've watched X-Men 97, and I've seen other shows. I forget the names because they're all like X-Men, whatever. But I've seen the school one. I think it's called Evolution. I'll put an image on screen. It's very. I'm aware that it's very like AU. What am I even doing? I'm literally not doing anything. Okay, I'm gonna bring this closer to you too. Sorry. I immediately lose the piece that I just put down. It's so hard to see the blue with the overhead lighting. It's a little bit easier to camera, thankfully. It's a little bit easier to camera. I'm so stupid. It's a little bit easier to see on camera. There we go. Oh my gosh, we just did a little line. That's to his smirk. That's, I was gonna say cute, but I don't know if I should say that. Does this go here? Oh my gosh, we're doing so well. No, we're not. We have barely done anything. But I just want to get that eyeball in. Oh my gosh, we have his eyes in, and he looks terrifying. I feel like I immediately just did all of the extremely easy pieces, all of the face pieces, and now everything else is going to be freaking hard. Anyways, what was I saying before about the shows? I forgot which one I was talking about, but the other one that's like only got one season, and I think it's called Wolverine. Wolverine and the X-Men. So I've seen both of those. I don't know, controversial. I have yet to read a comic, but I will get to it eventually. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm doing so well in my mind. In my mind, I've done half of the puzzle already. I don't want to have like a wait list of things to read. I don't know. It's just that if I get too excited and like write down too many things to read, then I'll just probably never end up reading half of them. So I just kind of want to like choose one thing and take it slowly. I'm reading Junk Justice right now. That has nothing to do with this puzzle. Literally, it has 0% to do with this puzzle. But I promise, as soon as I finish as soon as I finish Junk Justice, I'll probably look for something X-Men related to read. Oh, that's his armpit. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Read whatever looks fun, you know? Like, this is his pinky. Do you want a close-up of his pinky? There's... Yup, some toenails. Well, the reason I went on that tangent in the first place, I'll explain now, is because I've heard that Beast in the comics is really different than Beast tends to be in like shows, because like he's not 100% the same in every show, but he's pretty similar. Aha, that goes there. But I've heard he's actually really different in the comics, so I'm scared to give some weird opinion, and then I'm going to read the freaking comics, and he's gonna do some cancelable shit, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that on the video because that's on record, and I can't take it back. Honestly, I kind of want to talk about like the first season plot with Beast. So if you've never seen like the OG, I don't blame you because it's... Gambit, go away! It does have a bit of crunch to it because it's older, you know? It's normal. In the first season of X-Men 97, Beast gets arrested in like the first very first few episodes. I guess I'll kind of explain why. So they break into like this government place, mostly to save Jubilee. That's when Morph originally freaking dies, but also Beast gets captured. He doesn't die, but he does get captured. So he gets put in basically jail. I think it's just like a normal jail. I don't think it's like a special jail. And like they run into him other times that they break into the facility. They see him and they're like, oh, even freaking Magneto, breaks in to try and save Beast. And he's always like, no, I want to go into trial. He's like, I'm gonna show them that I don't want to break out. I want to be in like trial, like all the people, like the normal people, and like show them I'm not like a criminal in the normal way, you know. And everyone's kind of like, I'm not sure about that one, bestie. Not because they think he's a criminal, even though I guess technically he did. I mean, technically everyone did break into the facility, like they actually did do that. It was a team effort, you know. But like. Like, once again, keep in mind, this is like the very first X-Men thing I've ever seen. Like, I've never even seen a Marvel movie. And like, immediately, one guy dies, and the other one goes to jail, and I'm like, well, I guess we lost them forever. So yeah, I think my verdict on Beast is mostly that in the shows I've seen him, he was low-key funny. But I'm scared that saying that is a cancelable offense because once again I heard he's really fucking weird in the comics. Like, what if he's a terrorist in every universe secretly, and I'm here like, oh, he was just a funny blue guy. This is hard. There we go. Okay, we have a good little floating beat going over here. Does anyone else like that song? I really need this piece. I've been looking for it for so long and I can't see it. Can you help me? I'm Laura. Please help me find my earpiece. It's so much easier to look at the blues through camera. Like in real life, it looks so fucking shiny. I can't see the difference between the pieces. I wish this could be on camera, but it's so fucking big you can't see shit if I put it over there. But I like it. Aha! Progress. I'm also destroying the edge simultaneously. Please ignore that. Okay, hello everybody. You thought you got rid of me, didn't you? But no, I'm back. During the next part of the puzzle, I was just so confused. I could not for the life of me find the pieces that I wanted, and I literally spent like an hour looking for them. And I was so focused. I didn't talk once. I didn't sing anything stupid. I wasn't even listening to music. I was just sitting there in pure silence, pondering my existence. So I have come to entertain you during these. Oops, sorry, you heard that. During this last bit of the video. So I decided that because, in the beginning of the video, I said, not the beginning, I don't know when it falls, whatever, that's not important. I said, I don't know much about Beast actually. I decided to come on here and learn about Beast, so I have pulled up the X-Men fandom wiki. Believe it or not, yes, this is exactly what I do when I want to know more about a character. So I'm just gonna be reading all of these. It was probably not the best source of information, but you know what? We roll. That's not a saying. No one says that. So if I say anything wrong, blame the X-Men fandom wiki and not me. So okay, starting with what I see, his real name is Henry Hank Philip McCoy. I knew that. I knew that Hank was short for Henry. I have no idea when I learned that, but I knew that. He's 5'11". I don't know feet, so I literally don't know how tall that is. I'm so sorry. His eyes are blue and his hair blue. His eyes are blue? Oh yeah, they are blue. Were they always blue or did they turn blue? That's not important. Anyways, I was confused because in the picture they have here, they're literally not even blue, they're yellow. Whatever. So let's see. History. That's a part. History. Henry's mutation. I'm reading enough of it. I would never call him just Henry, okay? Henry's mutation more fully manifests during adolescence, providing greater strength and agility, right? And although his powers allow him to briefly excel in athletics during his remaining time at school, he soon attracts the animosity of his fellow students and other non-mutant humans. Expected. As he seeks refuge, he is approached by, I'm sorry if I sound crunchy, I just woke up, by Professor Charles Xavier, who invites him to study at Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. I actually didn't know that, so that's cool to know. Henry recognizes the opportunities such as As such, an institution can offer him and accepts the offer, and is there introduced to the X-Men. Who accept him into their ranks and give him the codename Beast. Why? Can I know why? Alongside workouts in the Raven room. What the fuck is wrong with me? Danger room. Blah 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 blah. He battles Magneto for the first time. Blah blah. Who? Okay. After the X-Men. Hank leaves the X-Men shortly after his 20th birthday. Because for him, I don't know if that's good. Claiming that he's no longer one of the strangest teens of all. Fair. He becomes a research scientist at the Brand Corporation, a genetics research facility, blah blah blah. Oh, he gets a girlfriend, good for him. What? Hormonal extract. Oh, that sounds nasty. Allowing anyone to become mutant for a short period of time. Why would you make that? And uses the mutagenic serum on himself to disguise his appearance while foiling an attempt to steal his research. However, he waits too long to reverse the process, leaving him permanently transformed. Okay, so that's the backstory by his will. He just drank his own suspicious serum. Great. No. So he drank a hormonal extract so that people could turn mutant for a short period of time, even though he was already a mutant. So he turned fucking blue. Okay. I see what happened. He has grown gray fur, which later turns blue. Why? All over his body, and acquired sharp ears, elongated canine teeth, claws, the ability to run on walls and ceilings like a spider. Why would he gain that? Enhanced senses, an accelerated healing factor, I didn't know that, and a feral side he struggles to control. I think I knew that. He briefly joins the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I don't know who that is, I'm so sorry. Blah 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 blah. Avengers. Not long after his transformation, he is recruited to join the Avengers as a provisional member. I don't know what provisional means, but I'm guessing it's like a trainee or something. He is later granted full Avenger membership and remains a member for many years, becoming a close friend of Wonder Man. I don't know who that is. I am so sorry. He leaves the team periodically to rejoin the X-Men during times of need. He returns to the Avengers each time, but eventually leaves so that the team, which has a 6-member limit, why, can be filled out by new recruits. Messiah Complex and Divided We Stand. I'm skipping parts. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't be skipping parts, but you know. Personality. Let's skip to personality, sure. Henry McCoy wondered why he wasn't one of the lucky ones. Why does that have to do with personality? If he had to remain a mutant, why did he have a power that made him look and sometimes feel like a beast? Girl. He continued to struggle for the acceptance of others as a man of arts and letters and the science. Despite his ongoing battle with demons of loneliness and rejection, he was an inveterate prankster and wit. And besides this brutish exterior, Beast was the most literate and eloquent of the X-Men, possessing a $1 million vocabulary. That's a really interesting way to describe that. Wiki, I don't know who wrote that. That was really interesting. Henry was every bit, we're still calling him Henry, was every bit a human being played by duality. Man, beast, genius, sports star, gentle giant, feral, gentle giant, feral, aggressor. What does that mean? No, I don't like that. Oh no, I do not like that. We're running out of time. Abilities, genius, level intellect, I could have guessed that. Hand-to-hand combat, I also could have guessed that. Weaknesses, no known. That's worrying. Paraphernalia. The Beast possesses a fully equipped laboratory in Xavier's mansion. Presumably, it holds the latest in biological and material analysis devices. Why does it contain that? Is my question. How did they get that into the house? Is my other question. Transportation. The Beast often travels with the X-Men in the modified SR-71 Blackbird. That doesn't mean anything to me. It's just a fucking jet. While he known to use heavy weapons, the Beast prefers to fight barehanded. Trivia! This is the most fun part. Beast was set to appear in the X-Men movie. I've never seen that movie, but was taken out due to makeup problems. His doctor persona was transferred into Jean Grey's character. That's actually really interesting due to makeup problems. In Extreme X-Men Volume 1, it was revealed that Hank had a crush on Psylocke when she was a supermodel. I'm sure you weren't the only one, buddy. Get in line. The Beast... Why are we switching between calling him Henry, Hank, and the Beast? Not even just Beast, the Beast. The Beast enjoys Twinkies. Okay. Evidence can be found in the X-Men number 73, where Beast lists of New Year's resolution revealed that one of his resolutions was to eat fewer Twinkies. Does that mean that this video is now relevant to December because it's December, New Year's, eat less Twinkies, guys? I don't know. Do they still sell Twinkies? The other resolutions were to read more 15th century texts and cure legacy virus. Beast was the one who initially discovered the cure for legacy virus. Due to Beast's transformation into a cat-like being, he has developed... No, gross. He has developed a carnivorous taste for flesh, which he's conflicted over. Good. Be conflicted. That's nasty. I skipped over most of the history, but that's because I literally don't have time to read all of it in this video. But, jeez. Reading some of these out of context is so funny. Obviously, I know reading the history that, like, it doesn't necessarily match up with X-Men 97, obviously. But it's still really interesting to try and read the history, even though I skipped most of it. But it's good. I think it's good to know the origins, at least, right? I hope this was at least a little bit interesting. I really just didn't want to leave you alone in silence. But anyways, I'll shut up now and leave, finally. No, that's why you're still gonna see me in this video again. I'm so sorry. Hello, it's me again. It's a different day, and we're about to start Storm section. But first, I was able to find the two missing pieces for Beast. This one was in Gambit's pile, and this one was in Cyclops' bag. So I looked through everyone's bag, and I'm very happy I was able to find them, because I was honestly very worried that I lost these pieces. But I didn't, so... This was the right way, right? Nope. Completely wrong. Ta-da! We finished this section, obviously except for the little bit line that connects with Storm, but probably most of the pieces are here. So yay, we finished Beast. And as I said, we're gonna be moving on to Storm. Ha! Pranked. I know, I just said I was gonna do Storm section, but I was telling the truth, but retroactively I am lying. The video is just way too long, and nobody's gonna watch it if it's that long, so I'm cutting it off here. This is the part where I say my outro. Leave a like, leave a comment saying with your criticism of something, I don't know, and I'll see you later. That's not my outro, that's Christine's outro. And I'll see you all in the next part of the X-Men puzzle. Bye. That's... Goodbye.